Paltrocast. Good morning. How's your day going besides doing interviews?
Very good. No complaint. The sun is shining. I am breathing. So for me, it's a good day.
I understand. Well, you played a sold out concert at Joe's Pub in New York City a couple of weeks ago. Do you have any other concerts coming up in the near future?
Yes, I'm going to do especially a little sort of say tour in January 16, 17, 18, 19, Albuquerque, New Mexico, and then show in Seattle, and the 25th. 25th it's Vancouver, and then for it's Fred Salvage. So I have lots of this tour coming, and then European tours. I also will perform different parts of the WAMAT, and then my own European countries. And in fact, I got this yesterday.
Oh, vinyl.
Yes. Thank you. First of all, I would like to say thank you to everyone, wherever you are in this world, whether you are in a car or on the machine or in a balcony, have a cup of tea, to listen this to everyone. Thank you. And thank you for having me this opportunity. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. And your latest album is One Drop of Kindness, which is also the name of your foundation, which I will ask about. But your new record is on Real World, a label you started recording for almost 30 years ago. When you started recording with Real World in the mid 1990s, did you know you were going to be working with them for so many years?
I think one way, yes. The reason is Real World is a very good company, and also Peter Gabriel. To me, it's really for the world. I think he do tremendous, special, so to say. I don't call it work. I call it a gifted, because of Gabriel, not only his own art, very unique, very special, and then at the same time, he managed to bring, like myself, me, if I did not sign by Peter Gabriel, nobody hear Tibetan music. Often, people think, oh, Tibet is chanting, or then what? They mostly, every culture has some gifted that romantics, Tibet can fly, and this hooked or Buddha hooked or awakening, all these, but people often sort of say did not understood 30 years ago what's really, where's women, where's children, what's the country about. And now we have this technology, people can learn different things, different culture around the world. So I am very, very lucky and signed by Peter Gabriel. And what the music or prayer I create, they also happy what I create. So in that, I'm very, very grateful and happy to working with this long time.
Right. And Peter Gabriel is not the only legend you've worked with or been around. When I look at your website, I see you and Paul McCartney and Bono and Michael Stipe, all these great artists who've played the Tibetan House benefits. Were you a fan of rock and roll before you started recording, or did you just wind up around rock and roll people?
I think it's must be Tibetan always say it's karma. You can not away from karma, and karma is we created. I did not know any rock and rolls, especially when I grew up in Tibet.
Yeah.
We don't outside music, and also if you practitioner, if you practice, you do your prayer books rather than listen music or like that. They are more considered entertainment. So I don't know anything about that. So for me, it's very also, around the world, people know Paul McCartney. And I did not know, so I asked. We are in the room, and so then finally I just wonder, what's he do? So I asked, and I think in the world must be only me who asking that, and everyone knows about this, who he is, and
Right.
so now I look back, it's very funny in that sense.
That's very funny. Yeah. And I've read that you live upstate New York, and there's a tremendous arts community around Woodstock and Saugerties and all those kinds of towns. Is that why you moved upstate, because of the great artistic community?
Uh, Not really, because I really have no idea in the world. Really, the number one, many years ago, I don't speak the language. And then for me, I traveled to 90 some countries,
Right.
made these cities, but really did not know. I only know New York, America. That's we all sort of say want to go and contribute your gift. And so my friend Natalie Mergen, she brought me there, and so she said, "Yungchen, you travel since you left Tibet, and then it'd be good to rest." So she brought me up there, and I was supposed to stay there 1 month, and now I am there. So
Right.
sometimes it's without you planning so much. Sometimes we human beings are very tired that we are planning future, but many future it's already planned.
Mm-hmm.
Life, I think, my own experience. I never wish cross the Himalaya mountains, never wish go to West, and never wish travel this many countries. And Australia music industry, they're giving me the ARIA award, and which is I was the become first Tibetan
Right.
win such a music award. And so all these never planned, but of course you have to do your work. You cannot just sit there, yeah, it's karma, I don't do nothing, and then it will happen. It cannot be that.
Right.
So yeah.
And as I mentioned earlier, you also have a successful foundation that has the same name as your new album. What is coming up for your charitable foundation, One Drop of Kindness?
Now I have a project that there are nuns, mostly it's nun
Mm-hmm.
who Nepal region in the mountains. They are real, so to say, people who are learning the wisdoms. So I need to build a road for them from one meditation place to other meditation. They need a road to go up to the hill.
Right.
And then I have Nepalese children. They are foster children. So then we do lots of work in Kingston, upstate New York area, to help the people who really, for the mind, so to say, whether they are alcoholic or drug addictions or disabled.
Mm-hmm.
And for me also, I don't think that we are look at this as something different. For me, they're all together. It's a prayer. It's an unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
So that we do.
So your charity is very positive, your music is very positive, everything around you is very warm and positive. That's very unique for an artist, because artists often talk about their dark side or their pain, but for you it's just so much joy, and it's a refreshing thing.
Thank you so much. Yes, I just think we as a human being, it's not about your religious, it's not about your politics. Of course, we all need to involve somehow, But really, the minute when we waken in the morning, my mom said, don't go run like birds. If we get up, waken in the morning, if we can open eyes, of course, we have lots of life obstacles around us. And if we wish, I wish always all sentient beings to be wakened and health, happiness. And that I still think one job of kindness, one mission, even you doesn't bring or anything to others, least if we so to say rejoice that our life today breathing and with the sun and thank you around us, either human beings or people. Yes, so this is a one drop of kindness means the logo self is it's a body, mind, speech, three of them. And also it's later on, it's a first sound of universal sound. So it's a wide. So we as human being, we are pure when we born. When we born, we never decide we're going to do something silly things.
Right. Well,
yes.
I've two quick questions for you, and then I'll let you go and enjoy your day. And the first one is you, and this is a compliment. You have toured more countries than most of the artists I'm a fan of. Most of the artists I know have played the US, Canada, England, Germany, Japan, that's it, 5 to 10 countries. And you have been to so many more countries. But is there still a country you hope to tour and perform in?
Oh, yes, I would like to go, so to say, example like Singapore or Tibet or that region, India or something like that. That I think many countries, I think we still same belief systems. It's not about religious. It's a human being need to be happiness. We don't like to suffering. So in that sense, I will travel because of this one drop of kindness CD. So I will go again. Yes.
Great. And my last question for you is when I want great Tibetan food, I know where to go in New York City. If I want great Tibetan art, you can go to Dokkan. Is there any kind of a Tibetan store or restaurant or anything by you upstate New York? Is there anything, or do you have to leave your area to get great Tibetan food?
I think right now I am in New York City, and this is in Queens. I came here today. They have a lot of Tibetan restaurant and Tibetan shops, and also there's a shop called Dokkan, which is very good in the city.
Yes,
And
my wife's cousins own that store, Dokkan, the
uh,
Kelvin family. Yes.
yes, and they are good, so to say, shop. And in Woodstock, there is another one, Tibetan shop. Um, so yes, there are many these days. There are lots of this compared to 30 years ago. So which good things.
Yes, there's plenty of great things. Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for your positive energy and the great music you put out into the world. And I'm looking forward to seeing a concert of yours in the near future. Sorry I missed the Joe's Pub concert in New York, but hopefully we see a new one in the near future announced.
Thank you so much, and thank you having me this opportunity. Thank you to everyone.
Paltrocast.